Start. Hello. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel Coders Arcade. This is Saurav and welcome back to our live Java session each Saturday. Okay. So first of all, before starting, from the entire family of Coders Arcade, I wish everyone a very happy Gauri Ganesha festival. Okay. Hope all your houses are blessed by Lord Ganesha and you get wisdom, success, happiness and prosperity. Thank you. So with this, let's get started with our today's Java live session. Okay. Guys, till now we have learnt about the hoops concepts in Java and we have just started with that. Okay, we have not yet gone deep into it, but today we will be going totally deep into it and we will be learning about the 4 pillars of object oriented programming. This is a very important concept and trust me or not, this is asked in almost 99% of the placement drives. Okay, the 4 pillars of object oriented programming. Till now guys, we have learnt about number 1, classes, we have learnt about classes, we have learnt about objects, we have learnt about methods, we have learnt about attributes, correct? We have learnt about all these things and we have seen how to create a basic file and also we have seen about one more important thing. Do you remember what was that? Number 5, it was the constructor and we talked about the default constructor also, we talked about the parameterized constructor also, correct? I am writing in shortcut and hope you remember. Guys, if you have not gone through this live session, the recording is already there in our channel. Please go and visit that and watch that. It will be very helpful for you because as I always say, if you don't know the basics, it will be very difficult to go on to the difficult concepts, correct? So today we will be starting with the 4 pillars of object oriented programming. Fine. Guys, I know it is a holiday today and whole over India is celebrating Ganesh Chaturthi and I hope all of your families are also celebrating it. So in the meantime, we also have to finish our syllabus. So by the request of the students, I am coming live today. So okay, I hope you all will join me and thanks a lot for all your support and all your help and for motivating us to make this live session successful, and I am happy for the response that I am getting and I will make sure that we will gradually keep on moving to the deeper concepts and then we will be starting with the data structures and algorithms concept in Java also, okay, because that is what people are worried about, correct? Everybody in the engineering colleges is worried about data structures and algorithms. So we will do that, don't worry. So let us focus on the topic at hand right now. Fine. So as I said, the 4 pillars of object oriented programming. Why are they so important? Because these 4 pillars give security, scalability, robustness, efficiency and lots of other attributes to a programming language. Okay. So that is what is all about object oriented programming features of any language. So the 4 pillars, guys, I will give you a very simple secret of how actually you should learn this. Is there any order? Do you need to maintain any order in order to learn object oriented programming pillars? I will say yes. Why? I will let you know. First we will be learning encapsulation. Okay. Then what we will do? We will be learning inheritance. And then I will tell you the reasons. There are many reasons You will say that, sir, we can learn abstraction also in the beginning, right? Many people will say that, but I say abstraction is very important to understand multi-level inheritance because of the concept of interfaces and abstract classes. We will be learning that, don't worry. After that, the third one, we will be learning abstraction here. Then we will move on to the fourth one, polymorphism. Okay, so we will be doing that. Yeah, XYZ says happy Ganesh Chaturthi, sir. Thank you and same to you, XYZ. So, this will be our order of learning the topics. And after learning abstraction, then we will go on and finish we will be learning multi-level inheritance. Okay, sorry, it's not multi-level, it will be multiple inheritance. My bad. Multiple inheritance. Okay, so these are the four pillars. After that also we have to learn one more very interesting and important topic, that is association. This is actually what? This is actually the relation between classes in a project. If you are building any application, there will be lots of classes. How you relate or how you connect the classes is a actual topic. It is a property. That property is known association. Okay, we will be learning about this also. Don't worry. Fine. So, let us go to the first one now, encapsulation. I will give you the definitions also, don't worry. Before even coming to this topic, I just want to tell you a simple example. Okay, let's talk about a capsule. Never mind my drawing, might not be drawing it well. Say this capsule has some medicine. Is the capsule the actual medicine? No, right? The capsule is not the medicine. The inner thing, the powder. Whatever the powder substance that we have inside the capsule, that is actually the medicine. Then what is the importance of this layer, the outer layer? What is the importance of this outer layer? Just tell me that. The importance of the outer layer is simple: to safeguard it from outside environment. Okay, that is what it is. If you throw that outside layer and just have the inner powder medicine, that will also work absolutely fine. But why do you give that? So that the whole medicine is actually wrapped inside this particular cover. Okay, understood? So that it is not modified, because there are outside forces, say sunlight, say rain, say temperature, there can be lots of things, right? They can modify the inner content. Maybe that's why in some medicines you see this, store in a cool dark temperature. Understood? That's why our outer layer is given to protect the inner belongings. Similarly, in case of your school bag or your college bag or your wallet, what does it do? It safeguards the inner medicine inside that. Am I wrong or am I right? You tell me. Similarly, encapsulation says that we actually wrap the data members, the variables, the methods inside a block. Why? So that they are not accidentally modified by anyone. Okay. So, this is a very simple example of encapsulation where I have taken a capsule. You can also take a box. This box actually is what? Whatever belongings are inside this box is actually saving them, correct? It is protecting the belongings inside that. So, this can be a simple example of encapsulation. Okay, got it? So, the wrapping of the data members, the variables, the methods inside a block so that they do not get accidentally modified is called encapsulation. Okay? Why is that important? Otherwise, anybody can come and modify your code, correct? This is how much access you provide to anyone. How is it done? Can anyone tell me how is it done? How do you achieve encapsulation in any programming language? In Java especially, we use the private access modifier. We make use of the private access modifier so that all the inner members of the class are actually not accessible outside. Okay? So, I will write the definition again for you. Wrapping the code inside a block so that it is not accidentally modified. Okay. By the way, what is this block? This block is actually our class. And then how do you achieve this? I have already told that we use the private access modifier. Fine. Let's see a simple example so that you can understand about this. Okay, so what I will do, I will create a new package inside oops concepts. I will create a new package called pillars. Okay, and then here I am creating one more package called encapsulation. Fine. Inside that, let me create a simple class called employee. Fine. And let me just create one more class so that I can show you the exact demonstration of this. I will say encap employee, something like this, and let me just add it to the dictionary. Okay, fine. So, here I have two classes, let me open them side by side. I will split it to the right so that you can see both of them. I guess hope actually you can see both of them, right? Public class employee and I have public class encap employee. Okay, they are inside the same package for the time being. Don't have to worry about this. Okay, so what I am doing, in the employee class I will take two attributes, whatever it is, or let us say three attributes. I am taking the employee ID, I am taking the what, I can take the email, or say I will take the name first, and I am taking the say string email. Okay, these three things. Now, as I said, I will use the private access modifier. Now, see what happens. I will tell you, if I don't use them, let me say I am creating the object of my, in the main function, let me say I am creating the object of this employee class. Okay, not this one, from the package, yeah, in this one, employee E1 is equal to, let me say new employee. Okay. So, now because I created the object, now I can say E1 dot, see I am getting access to the email ID and the name, got it, but just see the magic now. I am getting access to email also, is equal to, say I am writing xyz@gmail.com. Okay, fine. I am getting access, there is no problem, but just see what I am doing now. I am writing private here. I am writing private here, and sorry, not public, private. I am using the private access modifier for this one also. See, understood? As soon as I write private here, they are encapsulated inside this block, the employee class, and we are not able to access it outside. Now, see the error that you see here. Email has private access in com.java.oops.this. Make email package private. Understood? So, if it is private, it will not be accessible outside. Got it? So, there goes our definition that we have written. The process of wrapping the code inside a block, the block is actually a class, so that it does not get accidentally modified. This is called encapsulation. And how is it done? It is done in Java by using the private access modifier. We have the same access modifier in C++ also. Okay. Understood this, I guess. Clear? Now, then how do you access them outside the class? Can anyone tell me the answer? If I have private access, that means I cannot access them outside the class. Understood? Say suppose I have a class A. Here I have private A, private B. I cannot access them outside the class, not possible. Even though I am creating the object, I am not able to access them. You have seen that here. Even though I have created the object, I am not able to access, because here it says email has private access in com.java, that particular class. Tell me anyone, I am waiting for the answer. How do you access a private member outside the class? It is very important and very frequently asked in the interviews. Let's see who can answer that. I am waiting for your answer. Anybody? Just a moment, guys. Yeah, anyone who knows the answer can tell me, or else I will go ahead and tell you the answer. Let me check if I have any comments here, guys. Did we get any comments? Not yet. Let's see. We are still not having any comments, so I will tell you here what is happening. As soon as you write private, any member cannot be accessed outside. Therefore, you should remember two important terms. If we have private access modifier, we can access those variables outside the class by using two special functions called getters and setters. Please remember this, I am telling you, this is very, 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 very important for your placements. Okay. So, as I said, getters and setters are the two special functions which are used to access private data members outside the class. Okay. Please remember this. So, what are getters and setters? By looking at the name only, you should be analyzing and trying to understand something. Getters means to get something, or let me say fetch something. Okay, 1 second guys. Hope I am back now. Okay. Yeah, sorry for the delay guys, there is nobody else assisting me today because of the holiday, and so I am alone. So I am all by myself and I am doing everything by myself. Okay. So please bear it. As I said, getters are actually something that get or fetch something. So you can say get or fetch the attributes. Similarly, setters are there to set or assign attributes. Please remember this. Okay. So just remember, and because you are getting something, you have to first set them. So first we will set some attributes, then we have to fetch the attributes. Let us see how to do it, then only you will understand this. Okay. See what I am doing. Guys, there is a shortcut to do it. I will show you the shortcut later, but right now just try to understand how it's working. Okay. See this. I am saying public void set. You can see it is giving me suggestions. So let me say set employee ID. Let me take the ID from the user, and for the timing let me close this so that I get access to the whole window. Say I am saying int ID, and I will say, now do not have to ask about this keyword, you already know, we have already discussed about the this keyword in the last session. Okay. So this keyword refers to the current class variables or the current class objects. Any current class data number is accessed by the this keyword. So I will say this dot employee ID is equal to employee ID. Okay. Similarly, public void set name, I will take a string name from the user, then I will say this dot name is equal to name. Okay. Similarly, public void set email, I will take string email, then I will say this dot email is equal to email is equal to email. Okay. Got it? Fine, this much is clear. So these are actually, you can see set. These are the three setters. So what I will do, I will just write a comment called setters. Similarly, let us create the getters also. get. Now guys, just remember this, you are returning something, returning something from this class to outside. So it will have a return type. Depending on the data type of the variables, you will have that particular return type for the getters. Okay. So what I will do is, I will write public, what is the first one? Integer, right? I will say int get. See, I am getting the citation automatically. So here you just have to do return this dot employee ID. Similarly, let's create the other two, public string get name. You can say return this, this dot name, and the last one will be public. I am getting this suggestion, so automatically I am doing this like this. Okay. So public string get email, return the email. So now we are done with this particular template of the class and everything is fine. We have the three private variables, employee ID, name and the email, and then we have written set employee ID, we have written set name, and we have written the set email ID, and then we have the getter for the employee ID, the getter for the name and the getter for the email, and somewhere it's showing related problem, that we will see, don't worry. And I am going here and let's do one thing. See guys, still I am not able to access them. Let me just split it to the right again, right click, split right, and let me close this one here and let me show you here. Okay. So now I have my variables and then I have the getters and setters, right? I have everything ready. Now what I will do is, let's go to this file and show you what I am trying to do. First I created the object. Still if I write e1 dot email, I don't have anything like email, but we have the get email and the set email functions. These are the getters and setters that we created, and please remember the getters and setters should be public. That's why I was writing public all the while, because they have to be accessed outside. If you make the getters and setters also private, it will not work out. Got it? So that is how we use them. And now I will say e1 dot let me first set them. I will say set email xyz@gmail.com. The second one I will say e1 dot set name. I will say Nagendra for example, and I will say e1 dot set employee ID is not done, right? Sorry, this is not get, this will be set employee ID. Fine. I will say suppose 1001, something like this. Okay. Now you can see automatically all the problems are resolved, and I have an employee E1 having the set email, set name and the set employee ID, getters or setters used. We have used the setters now. Okay. So let me write a comment here also, setters have been used. Fine. Now let's use the getters to get the attributes. So simple, S out 1 2 3, right? S out, S out. First one, let's not type anything, I will just type the name, you will understand, right, how to write it. So I will say e1 dot get employee ID, e1 dot get email and e1 dot get name. If you want you can write that, I will show you how to write that, don't worry. Let me just drag it to this side. Okay. So rather than that, what I will do is I will say EMP ID, right? EMP ID plus this, and the second one is get email, right? So I will say email plus this, and the third one is the name name plus. Okay. So, now let us see if it is working properly or not. See guys, the employee ID is this, the email is this, and the name is Nagendra. Whatever it is, you can write any example you want. I am just taking a simple example. Got it? So, any doubts in this, you can ask me in the live session right now, or else we can do one thing, we can go on to the next topic. I am giving you around 10 to 20 seconds of time. Tell me. After that, I will show you a very easy shortcut how to actually generate this getters and setters without even having to write it. Okay, I will show you a very easy shortcut. Hope you have understood till now and you are following properly. Understood? So, I will repeat one very important concept that we have just now learned. The process of wrapping the data and the code members inside a block. That block is actually the class. And why do you do it? We do it so that it is not accidentally modified. Then if you have used the private access modifier, remember, please remember, the private access modifier is always used for encapsulation. Okay? In case of Java, it is always a private keyword. When you have done this, we cannot access them outside the class. Then comes the next question, how do you access them outside the class? We access them outside the class by using setters. Setters are used to assign the attributes. After that, we use getter to fetch the attributes or return the attributes to the calling function wherever it is being called. Okay? So, here these are the getters where we are returning something and they are being caught here. Is that okay? Is that clear? So, now let me show you how you can create the getters and setters without even having to write them. I will generate them like this. So, what I will do, let me just erase the whole part like this. I am deleting this for the time being. So, you will get lots of errors here. You do not have set email, set name, all these things are not there. So, now see, this is the trick. I will select this, select these 3 attributes. I am repeating again, select these 3 attributes, go to code. You can see here we have code. There is a option called generate, click on that, generate, and you can automatically see that we have getter and setter. Select that and press control and select int employee ID, the name, the email ID, okay, and click on OK here. You can see all of them have been automatically generated. Is that clear? Understood? So, if you want, I will repeat that again. Just select all the attributes here that we have, then go to code, go to generate, getter and setter. They are already done, but after that you will get the option of selecting all of them and click on OK. Clear? That will do it. So, with this we have finished the first pillar of object oriented programming, which is encapsulation. If you have any doubts, you can get back to me in the comment section. I will clarify any silly doubt that you have. Do not have to worry about that. After that, let us move on to the second pillar of object oriented programming, which is inheritance. Okay? By definition, what do you mean by inheritance? Let's make it very easy, guys, because like whenever the interviewer asks you something, no, in the interview, what happens? we feel like shivering, like what is happening to us, like I don't know the answer, something like that. So let's make the concept very easy to understand, so that anybody in this world asks you this topic, you can answer this very easily, something like that. Inheritance, you are inheriting your properties from whom? Your parents, correct? Something like this. Say my dad, sorry, I don't know what is wrong with the board today, it is not user friendly today, I don't know what has happened to it, anyways it's okay. So maybe my shirt is touching it, okay fine. So dad has some property and it is inherited by the son or the daughter, right? Obviously. And then from our daughter and son, it goes to the granddaughter or the grandson. Keeps on going like this. But have you ever heard about a grandson giving something to the son, or any property being let off or given to the father and mother by the dad? It can be a different case, but normally it is a top to bottom or top down relationship. Okay, please remember inheritance like this. So what I am trying to understand, or what I am trying to say here is, we will have a parent and we will have a child relationship, that will be called a inheritance. Okay, and who will inherit from whom? Always the child will inherit from the parent. So the diagram or the arrow will be towards the parent. Think of it that parent is giving to the child, but the arrow will be always towards up. Okay, for the time being, just remember it like this: inheriting the properties of the parent and using them in the subclasses or the base classes or the child classes, that is called inheritance in very simple terms. Okay. Like I can tell you even one more thing. It's like, let me see if there is any comment. No, there are no comments as of now, so it's okay. We'll continue with the topics. Don't worry. If I have any comment, I have the screen there. Just guys, once a moment. Okay. Hope I am back. Sorry for that. As I said, the camera actually goes off after a certain amount of time. So again, we have to go and pull on the shutter so that we start again. Hope I am back live. Yeah, I think sure I am getting live now. Okay, now where were we? We were in learning the inheritance concept. So as I said, inheriting the properties of the parent class into the subsequent child classes is called inheritance. Okay, for example, say my dad is very tall, even I am tall. So where did I get it from? I got the characteristics or the properties from my dad, right? Someone's parent is very fair, the kid is very fair, he or she got the property from the parent. So that is why it is called inheriting the properties of the parent class. In Java, obviously it's about class, right? So inheriting the properties of the parent class into the subsequent child classes is called inheritance. And basically in Java we talk about 5 different types of inheritance. Okay, there are lots of them, but we talk about 5, which is basically and typically used in all the multinational companies, and we will be using it day in and day out while writing Java code. Okay. So, the 5 types. The number 1, single level. Number 2, multi level. Number 3, multiple. Number 4, I will write the number 4 here. Hybrid. Number 5 is, can anyone tell me what is the next one? It is hierarchical. These are the most common types of inheritance that we have in any programming language, not only Java, in any programming language. Okay. So, let me draw a simple diagram so that you can understand. Single level, I have a parent, I have a child. So, parent to child, you are inheriting something. Got it? Multi-level, I have a parent, I have a child, I have a grandchild. This is multi-level. It is always top down, okay? Top down, top to bottom. Clear? Please remember this. Multiple, we humans, we exhibit multiple inheritance. Why? I have my mom, I have my dad, and then I have the child, or I can say parent 1, parent 2 and the child. This is multiple inheritance. Okay. Then hybrid, a combination of all of them, something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So, here it is multiple, here it is single. Always make sure you write the arrow towards the up. So, here it is single. Okay. This is hybrid inheritance. And hierarchical, what is hierarchy? Just like a company we have. In the companies, what do we have? We have the main owner or maybe the CEO, then we have the executive engineers or managers, then from the managers we have lots of employees, right? Something like this. This can be hierarchical. This is followed in companies, for example. Understood? This is an example of hierarchical inheritance. Sorry, beg your pardon. This is hybrid. Understood? Make sure you write down diagrams so that you can understand the concepts. Okay. So, the most important benefit of inheritance is that something is already there. Something is already there, I am just inheriting it. That means I am using it. I have my home, I am staying there. Someone else comes in, he or she is also staying there. We are using something which is already there. So, reusability. My dad has built an empire. After him, I am the successor. Simple. That is reusability. Understood? Something like this. In terms of code, it will look a little bit different. We will try to understand that right now. Okay. Let us go and learn the first one, single level inheritance. And always we make use of one very important keyword. I have not told that, I will tell you now. Extends. To achieve inheritance, we use the extends keyword. Every programming language has a different syntax. In this, we use the extends keyword. So I will say if I have class A and class B, then if I want to make this a parent and this a child, I will say class B extends A, something like this. Then all the properties of A will be available in B. Okay, this is how we write it. So now let's go back to our editor and try to write down a simple example of single level inheritance. I will close this, and then encapsulation is done. So what I will do, I will create a new package, inheritance, and here I will just create one more package to signify that we are doing different topics together. Okay, single, and let's create one more package, say multi. So in the single, what I will do, I will create a new class called what? Animal. You can take anything, I am just taking simple as an animal. And here, say suppose I have two functions. I am saying void eat, and I am just saying s out. Animals with some kind of food. Guys, I am keeping it simple so that you guys can relate to it. Okay, and then I am saying void work, and just to give you a simple idea, I am writing that most animals walk on 4 legs. Then this is my class structure. Now I can take dog as an animal, correct? So I will say class dog, and I want to inherit all the properties of this class into this class. How will I do it? I will simply say extends keyword, and I will say animal. Got it? So this is how I will write it. Guys, 1 second. I think the shutter is down. So yeah, I am back on. So I will be continuing. Okay. So as I said, I want to inherit all the properties of the animal class into the dog. So what I will do, I have written dog extends animal. This extends keyword is doing everything, guys. Please remember that. So now I will have the main function. Automatically just see, earlier what we were doing, we were creating the object of the animal class. Now I will not do that. What I will do is, I will write, this is a parent and this is actually the children. So let's create the object dog. Dog is equal to new dog. Got it? And I have not written any particular function inside this class. You can see, right? There is no method whatsoever in this. But see the magic. I say dog dot. Wow. I get the eat and the work properties from here. Understood? That's the most important benefit of inheritance. What is that? Reusability of the code. Once a class is written, I can inherit it to any class, any subsequent class. That's the benefit always. Okay. So this is how we use inheritance, and this is a simple example of single level inheritance. Dog dot eat, and I will say dog dot work. Done. So, if I run this, see, animals eat some kind of food. Most animals walk on 4 legs. Obviously, dog also walks on 4 legs. Now, I can have, it does not mean that I can only use the what? The methods from the parent class. It is not always that. I can have my own methods also. Say suppose I am giving you a very simple example to understand this. My dad has a, what to say, Royal Enfield Classic 350. I can drive his car or I can ride his bike, but I can have my own vehicle also, right? Correct. So, I can inherit my father's bike, at the same time I can have my own vehicle also. So, similarly what I want to mean is, I can use the parent class methods or I can have my own methods also. I can inherit my parents' house also, I can build my own house also. Understood? That is what I am trying to say. So, let us create a function, say void, what to say, run s out dogs run fast. Now, just see dog dot run, I will get the output for the parent and the child, everything. Got it? So, this is a very important concept of the 4 pillars of object oriented programming. Okay, out of that, dogs run first is from the children and animals eat and the most animals walk is from the parent class. So, what is happening? We are actually reusing the code, guys. We are actually reusing the code. Please remember that. That is why, as I said earlier, class A has lots of properties and class B can have its own properties. So, the benefit is the efficiency of the code increases. When the efficiency increases, what happens? You save a lot of time. Clear? Guys, anybody who has visited our channel live right now, again I want to wish everyone a happy Gauri Ganesha festival, okay, from our whole entire Codesarkit team. And I think I have got a comment. Sir, can we access private members of parent class? Parent class private members. Suppose I have private name, and sorry, I did not give the parameter, something like this. Okay. Now, even though I have an object here, just see, I have created the object of the dog, right? Let us see, if I say dog dot, am I getting? Run, walk, eat, I am not getting. So, I think by now XYZ you have got the answer. And XYZ again says, sir, can we access the parent class methods without creating object of dog? Can we? Without creating object of dog? That is also a good question actually. So, let me just tell you this. See guys, as I said, the private members from a class, whether it be a parent class, it does not matter. We have to use getters and setters. That is why I said first and foremost that you should always use getters and setters. That makes it very easy to access them. Okay? Because otherwise the concept of encapsulation is gone. You will not have that wrapping property, because I want to wrap everything inside a class, right? That property will be gone. So, XYZ, I hope your doubt is cleared. Even though even if we have an object of the class and even if we have written the extends keyword, it is not mandatory that you can access them. We have to use getters and setters. The second thing that you said, how do you access the parent class methods without creating object of dog class? That means the child class. You can use a very important keyword called super. Press dot, and guys, you can see this line. Let me omit this line for the time being. Let me omit this line, or let me comment this. Now I am saying super dot. You can see eat work. Where is it coming for? It is coming from the parent class, right? Did I create any object? I haven't. So this is the very important use of the super keyword. Guys, there are lots of other important options or the applications of the super keyword. Just because XYZ was asking this, so I felt like telling him this. Okay, and I hope you have also learned something very important here. We can access the parent class members by using the super keyword like this, but you can see here there is one more problem. The problem is XYZ. Can you see what is happening here? When I wrote super.eat, the point is that what is the structure of the main function here? It is public static void main, correct? Is it? So, is the method here static? The method here is not static. Say suppose I had a static function here, say static void display, and I am saying S out. This is the animal class, say A capital. Now see the magic. This, remember, if the main method is static, it cannot call non-static methods. It can only call static methods. For non-static methods, you have to create an object. That is also one thing. And for static methods, I don't need an object. I can directly access them like this. If I say super.display, and I don't even have to write super, I guess. I can directly write display. See, because of the which property? The inheritance property. Now XYZ, is this clear? Please tell me. I am waiting for a response. You can just let me know if you are clear. Okay, and I think by this we have understood the real meaning of the super keyword also. Super keyword only works when we have the object created also, and sometimes there are lots of other things that we should know about the super keyword, but I don't want to discuss about that in this class because you will be confused a lot. We will have a dedicated thing about super class or super keyword in the next session when I am coming live, because if we don't get step by step, you will get confused, because you have seen that the static concept is also coming up in the picture and also the super keyword is also coming up in the picture. Okay, you can see that. Say suppose, as I said, I have a void function called what, say method. I am having any method, okay, nothing. From here, sorry guys, again I have to come back here and do the same thing. Okay, now I guess I am live. Yeah, XYZ says okay. Why is this bracket coming? This bracket should not come. Okay, so I have this method here, and say I am writing super dot eat. See, XYZ, just see this, what I did. I have a void function here. In that function or that method, I can call the super dot eat. Why? Because this method is non-static, and therefore I can call that non-static method. Okay, but from the main method I could not use the super keyword to call something which is static or non-static. Understood? Because the main method is static. So I will repeat again. If it is a static method, then I can directly call it without even having to create an object. But if it is a non-static method, something like eat or walk, then we have to call it from a non-static context, which is a non-static method. I can also call I can also call super dot work. It will have same effect. Understood? Now I guess you have understood something tricky here. Yes, from a method we can call the parent class methods by just using the super keyword. Don't have to create any objects. Clear? This can be asked in the interview. Okay, so I hope with this you have understood the single level inheritance very well. Guys, we will be having a proper session on super keyword. Don't worry, we will be giving lots of examples on them. So right now just understand that super is used for the parent class, and I have given you some examples also. Okay, fine. At the end, guys, I want to tell you one thing. If you guys need this whole project where I have all the codes, I can share it in GitHub, and you can copy paste the code into your own local repository. You can do that. I will share the GitHub link with you. Don't worry. If you need it, only if you need it. Otherwise, I am not going to waste my time. Okay. If you really need the project, whatever I am writing in the code, you can let me know. I will share a link where you can just clone that into your own system, and you can learn the things. Okay. And you can, because only by learning you cannot learn coding. You have to practice it on your own. Got it? So that is my idea. So with this, let us do one thing. We will go to multi-level inheritance, and yeah, I think, okay, this is the problem, this curly bracket actually, my bad. Okay, now everything is fine. Okay, so let's create one more package. Here it is, multi-level. So I will right click, create a new Java class called class A. Okay, and multi-level, as I said, parent, child, grandchild, something like this. One moment, guys, let me just okay. So I am taking, let's do one thing, let's make it more interesting. I will write parent only. Okay. See guys, here also we have learned one new concept. The file name is a.java and I have written public class parent. So in the file name having a.java, you can have only one public file or public class, that is a. You cannot have any other public classes. But I can do this. This is allowed. Got it? This is allowed. In a.java, I have written class parent, but I cannot write the public keyword. So this will be a very important question for your multiple choice questions. The file name and the class name should be same if you are writing public in front of the class. But if you are not writing public, that's absolutely fine. Okay. Now class parent. Let me take one more class. What? Child, and class grandchild. Okay, and here I am saying class child extends our parent. Okay, and class grandchild extends our child. Okay, something like this. I have made a multi-level inheritance. Child is inheriting from the parent, grandchild is inheriting from the child. Okay, now here I am say void parent. I have a method here. Okay, and here I am saying parent class method. Okay, and here I will create the same thing. I will paste this here and I will say child, and I will say child. Last one, what I will do is I will copy the same thing, paste here. Now I will say grandchild. Okay, this thing I will copy, I will paste here, and I will name it as grandchild. Okay, got it? So I have three classes: parent, child, and grandchild. Clear? Now, in the grandchild class, I will have the main function. Okay, so now tell me guys, if I create the object of the parent class, the top class, now it becomes very easy to refer to them, right? Parent, child, grandchild. Now say suppose I am creating the object of the parent class. Parent is equal to new parent, sorry, not grandchild, parent. And let me just do one thing. I will write, give a big line like this, copy this thing and paste this thing here. Okay, I have called the parent class constructor to create a parent class object. After that, I am saying parent dot. You guys have to tell me how many function calls can I make from this. I have created the parent class object, this one. How many methods or functions will I get access to? I will get access to only the parent class method. Okay, you have to remember this. Please don't get confused. I will write a diagram so that you can understand. I will have something like this. Okay, parent, child, and grandchild. Parent has one method, child has one method, and grandchild has one method. Okay, and when I create the object of the parent, I can access only this one. When I create the object of the child, I can access this one also and this one also. So I am saying parent method, this is child method, and this is grandchild method, GCM, something like this. Okay, so when I create the object of the grandchild class, I will get access to this, this, and this, all of them. See the beauty. This is called top down. You create the object of the lowest level class, you get access to all the methods from the top level classes. Got it? See, if I say parent dot, I am only getting access to the parent class method. Got it? That's why I had given you this. Let me run this and show you. See, parent class method. Understood? Now let's do one thing. I am creating the object of the child. Child is equal to new, not grandchild, it should be child. Okay. Now if I say child dot, as I said here, this one, the second one, this method and this method should be invoked. If I press dot, you can see I am getting the children class method also, I am getting the parent class method also. Understood? So let me first take the parent and let me just take the child. Okay, then I will paste this. Okay, now let me run this and show you. See, for the child class object, we are getting the parent class method also, we are getting the child class method also. Now let's do it in a similar way for the grandchild also. Grandchild is equal to new grandchild. Then I am saying grandchild dot, see the magic, parent, child, grandchild, all the methods are accessible to us. This is how multi-level inheritance works, top to bottom. Okay. Parent, grandchild dot child, and grandchild dot grandchild, and paste. Run this. Now see the entire hierarchy. For the top level class or the parent class, we only get access to that particular class method. But because the child class is also a child or the children of the parent class, it will inherit, right? That is why parent class method and the child class method. And similarly, for the last one, the grandchild, the lowest level class, we are getting parent, the child and also the grandchild. Clear? This is how the single level inheritance and also the multi-level inheritance work. Understood? So guys, I hope you have got a good idea about encapsulation in today's video, and also you have got a good idea about single level inheritance and some part of static properties of the classes, and also how to use the super keyword in some cases, and also you have learnt about single level inheritance in a good way and also learnt about the multi-level inheritance in a good way. Hope you like this video. Got it? I hope you have understood about this. If you have any doubts, feel free to ping your doubts in the comment section. I will be very happy to clarify them. Okay? And at the same time, it was really nice to have you people on this very auspicious day, which is the Ganesh Chaturthi, and wishing all of your families all over India and anywhere in the world, whoever is watching this video, a very happy Gauri Ganesha festival. Okay? बस 2 मिनट, बस 2 ही मिनट. Just guys, just a moment. Yeah, Ronnie Place says Happy Ganesh Chaturthi. Thank you guys, thank you everyone for joining us in this live session, and I hope you have understood everything clearly. In the next live session guys, we will be learning about inheritance in multiple classes, the diagram that I had shown you. But there is a twist. You have to come to that live session for that twist, because Java does not support multiple inheritance directly. Multi-level, single level is supported. Multiple inheritance is not supported directly in Java. If anyone knows the answer, you have to post that in the comment section. Okay? At the same time, if you don't know, please write down, sir, we don't know. We will get back to you in the next live session, okay, where we will be learning about inheritance also and abstraction in a very deep way. Okay, thank you guys for joining us. It was really nice, and on this very auspicious day, once again I am wishing all of you a happy Ganesh Chaturthi. Thank you. Till the next time, this is Saurav signing off, and please keep learning and keep coding. Bye bye. Thank you.